This is lesson 16 homework for Friday night. The instructions are just to solve using tape diagrams, which I'll show you what that is. Number 1 says, a gardener installed 42 6/10 meters of fencing in a week. He installed 13 45 meters on Monday and 9.5 meters on Tuesday. He installed the rest of the fence in equal lengths on Wednesday through Friday. How many meters of fencing did he install on each of the last 3 days? So I like to underline the question. What are they asking? So they want to know how many meters of fencing did he install on each of the last 3 days. The last 3 days of the week being Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So he installed this much on Monday and this much on Tuesday, and this is what he did in total. So we don't want to know how much he did on Monday and Tuesday. We just want to know how much he did Wednesday through Friday to find out how much he did on each of the last 3 days. So we're going to have to take what he did on Monday and Tuesday away from the total. So let's add up Monday and Tuesday. The most important thing when adding decimals is to line them up. So 13 45 meters plus 9 5/10 meters. We can put in a 0 there if it helps. 5 plus 0 is 5. 4 plus 5 is 9. Bring down that decimal. 9 plus 3 is 12. Carry your 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. So we have 22 95 meters. Don't forget that unit. So that's what he did on Monday and Tuesday. But we want to know what he did the rest of the week, so let's take that away from our total of 42 6/10 meters. So same thing, if we're subtracting decimals, we still have to line them up. So 42.6 minus 22.95. I'm going to put a 0 here as a placeholder to help me. Okay, 0 minus 5. We can't do that, so let's go over, borrow from the 6. That becomes a 5 because we took away one place value and moved it over. So if we're moving from the tenths to the hundredths, it's 10. We take 1/10 and move it into 10 hundredths. So we have 10 here. 10 minus 5 is 5. 5 minus 9, can't do that, so we got to repeat the process. Borrow from the 2, make it a 1. Bring over 10, so we have 15 now. 15 minus 9 is 6. Bring down your decimal. 1 minus 2, can't do it. Got to go over again. Make that a 3, bring over 10, and turn that into an 11. 11 minus 2 is 9. And 3 minus 2 is 1. So we know that on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday combined, he went ahead and installed 19 65 meters. Don't forget that unit. Okay, I've been writing super big so you can see it, so I'm going to erase some of this so we can move on to the next part of the problem. Okay, so we got to go back. What are they asking us? We talked a lot in math today about how word problems, you have to be super careful to get all the information and answer the question that they're actually asking you. We talked about how oftentimes that requires a lot of steps. We've already done 2 steps and we're not done. You have to be really willing to work hard and be very careful about what you're doing. So he wants to know how many meters of fencing did he install in each of the last 3 days. And if we look back, we know that on Wednesday through Friday, he installed equal lengths. So today we're using tape diagrams. So we're going to draw a tape diagram. That's just pretty much a long rectangle that's going to represent what we're talking about in our problem. And then we have to label it. So we have to think, what is this problem about? We're trying to find out how many, or this is what he did Wednesday through Friday, and we're trying to figure out how much he did each day. So this is the total fencing. We always label our tape diagrams. This is the fencing Wednesday. I'm gonna abbreviate through Friday. I'm writing kind of big, so I just labeled it down here. And we have to put the total up here. Let's label it with the total. The total for that Wednesday through Friday we know is 19 65 meters. Okay, now, how many days is that? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We have to see how much he did equally on those 3 days. So I'm going to break up that total for that end of the week into 3 days, which is 3 boxes. So now, what we don't know still is how much he did on one day. We know we're going to have to take the total and divide it into 3 days equally. So once again, I'm going to erase over here so I can have some room. We are going to be dividing 19 and 65/100 meters divided by 1, 2, 3. Can 3 go into 1? Nope. So look next door. Can 3 go into 19? Yes. Let's see, what do we know? 6 times 3 is 18, so that's probably as high as we can go. So let's put that 6 right above the 9. 6 times 3 is 18. Now we subtract. 19 minus 18 is 1. I'm going to go ahead and move my decimal up so I don't forget it. All right, the last step is to bring down. So we bring down our 6. And when we start over, let's divide. 3 goes into 16. How many times? If you don't know, skip count. 3, 6, 9, 12. Keep going like that. So we know that 5 times 3 is 15. It's probably the best we're going to do. So put your 5 above the tens place and multiply. 5 times 3 is 15. 16 minus 15 is 1. Are we done? Nope, we still have some left over. We got to bring down our 5. 15. Well, we just found out that 3 can go into 15 5 times, so let's put another 5 here. 5 times 3 is 15. Subtract, and 0. We don't need to continue if we have a 0 here. So we found out that each day at the end of the week, he installed 6 55/100 meters. We always answer a word problem in a sentence, so I'm going to go ahead and answer right here. You're almost there. Keep it up. Math can be hard, but you can do it. So I'm going to say the gardener installed 6 55/100 meters of fencing each day. And if you want to be even more specific, you could say each day, Wednesday through Friday. But I'm fine with just this. So that took quite a while. I was moving pretty fast, and this problem still took me 7 minutes and 30 seconds. I only gave you 2 problems because I know these take quite a while. But I want you to do your best. That's all you can do is your best. So I want you to take your time and persevere through these. Math can be hard, but I know each and every one of you can do it. All right, good luck.